All right. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Thanks different MRIK and volunteers for making this happen, and Jirko and Daniel for running the show together with me a little. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into tip of the iceberg, really, it looks like, seems to me, of industrialized construction around the world that we saw today. There's a sort of a few takeaways for me. There could be many, but if I reflect also to some of the previous ICFs, I saw really more focus on people, users, us on the planet, operators, designers, builders, than before. I enjoyed learning about different drivers of IC because we saw not exhaustive list, sometimes a government vision, sometimes environmental regulation, business opportunity, capabilities or lack thereof in a particular area, the desired impact. We're driving the IC effort, so I thought for me that was interesting to see the different drivers that exist around the world. Also enjoyed seeing this interplay between digitalization, productization, and business models, and how they mutually connect and support each other. I think that was richer than we had seen in previous forums, or fora, I suppose, officially. Then I enjoyed also the objectives that we heard: simplicity, adaptability, circularity, desirability, viability, feasibility were some of the key ones that came up. And I think they led to a richer discussion of connections, which we just had. Connections, of course, we can understand as the physical connections between things we make and need to interface, but also we heard a lot about connections between today and the future, connections between different organizations, connections between different processes, connection between information. All of these connections, I think that we saw more emphasis today on these connections, and then how they create an ecosystem, and how they create really a richer addressing. And that was maybe the overall take home for me is, many of you know that we like to think of design spaces in terms of product, organization, and process. And typically what we see is a lot of focus on product in our industry. That's what architects learn, that what structural engineers learn, etc. But the real design opportunity is always when we really think of how does the product, process, and organization relate and mutually support each other, what trade-offs do we have. And that's what I saw today, much more so than in previous years. And that I find really exciting, that we are starting to address the opportunity that we really have in terms of design of our solutions. And also enjoyed, finally, last point, learning about other ecosystems. Of course, I learned a little bit about Matthews, construction or building 4.0, or both of those. Sorry if I mess up a little bit there, or the Turner Center and others. So it's awesome to see other academia, government, industry centers grow up, because that's certainly needed if we are going to create a construction industry tribe, practice, etc., not just some isolated examples. Then we need many of these ecosystems around the world. And I hope we contributed to that today with this event. I wish you continued fun networking as you exit, and continue staying connected. And I also look forward to welcoming you again next year.